Greetings Tarnished and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be guiding you through my GhostFlame Crusader build. So let's get straight to it. For this build, we're going to be using the Helfen's Steeple on our right hand with its call, and unique Ash of War, Ruinous GhostFlame. From the description, swing the sword to bathe its blade in GhostFlame. The GhostFlame adds 110 magic damage and 80 frostbite build-up to attacks. And on our left hand, we're going to be using the Staff of the Great Beyond to cast spells. I know the Prince of Death Staff would fit the theme of the build much better. However, I find being able to cast both incantations and sorceries with one staff better. And that none of the DLC death sorceries are boosted by the Prince of Death Staff. Carrying on with our talisman, we're going to be using the Shard of Alexander, boosting the damage of Ruinous GhostFlame by 15%. Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, boosting our physical damage negation by 20%. Graven Mass Talisman, boosting the power of our sorceries by 8%. Finally, for the last talisman slot, I went with Carian Filigreed Crest, lowering the FP cost of skills by 20%. But if you want more damage for your sorceries, you can use the Graven Skull Talisman for an extra 4% damage. Moving on to our Wondrous Physic, we will be using Magic Shrouding Cracked Tear, boosting all magic damage by 20% for 3 minutes. And the Opaline Hard Tear, boosting all damage negation by 15% for 3 minutes. With our spells, we have Golden Vow, which will boost all damage by 15% and give us 10% more damage negation to all attacks. Vortex of Putrescence, a nice DLC OE GhostFlame spell that does 170 frostbite build-up. Rings of Spectral Light, another DLC spell that has long range and does up to 114 frostbite build-up if all projectiles hit. And finally, Ancient Death Rancor, a base gain spell with good enemy tracking. Now getting onto our stats. Firstly, with Faith and Intelligence builds like this one, I do not recommend using this build if you are under level 200, as it requires a lot of stat investment to be dealing good damage. And as a side note, I'm using this build with a level 250 character. For my stats, I have 60 Vigor, 40 Mind, 35 Endurance, 60 Strength, 13 Dexterity, 70 Intelligence, and 44 Faith. But you can tell me in the comments below how you would optimize your stats for this build. Finally, let's move on to the final part of the build, which is Fascio. For the headpiece, we are wearing Royal Remains Helm. For our chest piece, Gelmir Knight Armor. For our arms, Gelmir Knight Gauntlets. And for our legs, Gelmir Knight Greaves. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Farewell Tarnished.